It reminds me of that episode of Johnny Quest. Say hi to the people, dummy. Got brunch going. But Maggie looks like she's having a good time. Hey, we don't need to do a bunch of exploring. I just made a critical mistake. I breathed in a snowflake. Have you ever been car camping in the snow? The cheese has done slid off his cracker if he thinks I'm doing that again. We'll have the whole place to ourselves. He does make a pretty good steak, though. Well, let's go look. Ooh, me too, me too. Okay, here are a little bit of the groceries we're taking to the mountains. This is just the first trip to the store. Looking for a nice juicy piece of fat wood. There's an old fat wood stump that I dug up and got all the pieces, but this is the winter here. That's going to start our fires this weekend. Okay, so it's Friday, January the 5th, 2024. Maggie's up here on my lap. We're headed out to a snowstorm in western Maryland. It was going to rain at home, but for the first time ever, bringing this dummy over here. First time ever getting to go camping, and first time ever seeing the snow. We're going to have us a good time. We're going to be setting up in the dark. I hate that, but it's better than setting up in the snow, and that was my other option. I'll catch you guys up when we get there. All right, so here we are. It's 7 o'clock. Got some nice fire ring, but I got to set up the awning, and then first I gotta pull the room out of here. And the table and the carpet and I gotta pull all that stuff out, set up the awning. Then I can set up the room. And then I can let the dogs out. Issabelle's chomping at the bit. Say hi to the people, dummy. Okay. All right. I don't think I'm gonna film that because I wanna get set up and get it warm in there. I'll come back to you guys after a bit. Okay, y'all, I am set up in the mountains in western Maryland, waiting on the snow to arrive. Took the big dummy, her first time camping. I got my big room set up. We're connected to the house over here. And I got the kitchen in here. Got an air mattress I borrowed. I got here so late, I got to cook hot dogs. We had a big steak dinner planned, but traffic didn't go so well. We're all connected to the house here. Got everything sealed up. And Maggie made the bed while I finished cooking. All right, so I'm done eating. I've checked the weather. I got the bed made up. I think I'm going to turn something on to watch for a little bit while we go to sleep. And I'm going to cuddle up with these babies. And I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, good morning, everybody. These puppies tell me it's time to wake up. Maggie is balled up in here in the covers behind. Okay, come on, that's enough. Calm down. I love you. Maggie, you want to come out here? Up here. Give me the kissing. Give me the good morning kissing. All right. Yeah. So, I'm going to make some dang coffee first. And then I got to take these babies for a walk. Stop that. I got to take these babies for a walk and go check in. It was after dark when we came in last night, so we're not officially checked in. I'm going to make some coffee. Take her for a walk. And then we'll come back and get some breakfast. Hey Siri, what's the temperature outside? Maggie, what are you doing under there? Hey. Down there. Come on up here and give me the kisses. Come on up here. Come see me. Come on up here and see me. Come see me. I will keep you warm. I will let you get. I will keep you warm, eh? Good morning. Good morning kisses from this little one. The sooner we get up, the sooner we can have breakfast. You babies feel free to lay down. Stay covered up. Alright, while them babies are laying in bed getting their warm on, I'm going to heat up some stuff for coffee, water. Let's see, the temperature is 33 outside, 55 in here, so that's pretty damn good, I think. Okay, so I'm getting dressed now. The Weather Channel says it's 30 degrees outside. Here's my setup here. I got a cord coming in. Now, I got an inverter here, but I got a spot with electric, so I'm not using it. The cord is running the computer charger. That's it. Oh, and it also filled up the bed. Maggie's still balled up in there. She knows she's anti-cold. And Issabelle's just waiting. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go out and go to the bathhouse. Then I got to go down to where you check in at because I came in late last night and there was nobody there. And then we're going to come back and make breakfast. I got my chair sitting over there, but I haven't really been using it. Brought my kitchen in right there. My table and everything else is set up over here. I'm leaving this set up for this morning. I already made my coffee. Meanwhile, this was going on outside the whole time, and I didn't have a clue. It wasn't supposed to start till after 10 o'clock. Imagine my surprise. Ain't nobody want to watch me make coffee. So the table I just use for everything. It's usually my lunch box, but it's got all my medication in it and snacks left over from lunch. I got Maggie's little cushion down here to keep my feet warm while I get dressed. I'll see you guys back outside when we get ready to go for our morning walk. Hey Maggie, do you want to stay here or do you want to come with us? Okay. So we come out of the tent and it's snowing. Well, I wasn't able to bring my coffee for the walk this morning because of Jerky Smurf over here. right, I can't film and walk these properly. I gotta go poop. Well, we came for the snow. Mission accomplished, eh, babies? Never seen this at a campground before. It reminds me of that episode of Johnny Quest with the guy that's got the 2 Komodo dragons on leashes. Kill to do. Come on, Issabelle. Now on the other side of the post. We're going to take us a little bit of a long walk this morning because we might be doing some hunkering down today. Issabelle, you got to slow down. Maggie, I got your other coat in my pocket. No, I don't. I lost it. Well, we're going to have to go back to the bathroom and get your other coat. We'll retrace our steps later. So there's quite the view. Looking up that hill across there with the snow coming down. Reminds me of the Waltons. This picture can't do it justice, but the way that you can see the snow across the field and up in the trees. I don't think there's anybody in here for me to check in. Okay, so there was nobody here to check in last night. I called the number for the duty ranger. They said, okay, they got me all checked in, and that was it. I'm ready to go play in the snow. We're going to have some breakfast, and then we're going to make us a fire. Because that's what you do when you're camping. Babies, you ready to finish our walk back to the house? All right, let's go. I wish I had brought the GoPro out here. It would have been smaller, lighter, and has a much better frame rate. And as I will learn again today, just randomly shuts off in the cold. All right, come on. We're going back to the house, you dummies. Woo! Come on, Maggie. Let's see if Maggie's still having this much fun when there's about 3 inches of snow on the ground. It's supposed to get heavier as the day goes on, but it's not real cold. Issabelle, I don't think Issabelle has peed yet the whole walk. We got a ways to go to get back to the house. But I don't know if these dogs care much for it, but I'm having a good old time. All right, I want to dip one corner of this to let the water run off and be able to make the snow come off. So I'm going to lower this. I forgot something. I meant to cover up the seam between the awning and the tarp before it started snowing. But by an unfortunate circumstance, Issabelle, I'll be back in a second. It started snowing before I came outside, but totally forgot. Here, we're going to do it now. snow now, and I keep getting this tarpaulin the wrong way. All right, I'm glad that's over. It's 10:15. Now it's time to go feed us. I'm gonna make some bacon. All right, so it's about 11:15 in the morning. It's still snowing its ass off. But I'm gonna hook us up with some brunch, and then we're gonna just sit down and relax for a couple minutes. So, Issabelle's in the van grazing on kibble. I don't reckon I need this hat on. I need my frying pan. And I don't really like the idea of cooking bacon in here, but the alternative is not good. I'm only gonna cook a half a pound of this bacon. I don't know if y'all can see me though. And I have never cooked bacon on my camping stove. I don't think I've ever cooked bacon on a camping trip. You smell the bacon already? Have this tomorrow before we pack up. Man, that's going to be miserable. Everything would be covered in ice and snow. I'll have to take it home and lay it all out and try it out. But this will be the first time I really get to see what AB Camping goes through after one of his good adventures. I hope you guys will pardon me, but my nose was stuffed up this whole trip. And I had started up the car too, just to make sure the battery's good in the cold, and I forgot it's running. I didn't have a whole lot of options for camera placement in this little room. I'll do better next time. I'm going to get, I got some mayonnaise for a bacon sandwich. Luigi, you wanted to see me cooking? Here it is. I don't reckon you want to see me eating, but I'll get back with you guys in a few. Man, it's coming down now. But we're cozy in the van. It is, well, it's That's on top of the van, so it's warmer than it actually is. But it's 60 degrees in here. Maggie's tasting nice and toasty on the airbed. Issabelle's hanging out on the van bed. I got the diesel heater running out into here. Got brunch going. And then we'll go play in the snow. Okay. Bacon is done. I'm gonna build me a sandwich. All I got is mayonnaise on here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick me off these hottest ones that I can. Ooh. Ooh. Get a long one right about. I say 4 for them babies and the rest for me. I don't give it to them all at once. Issabelle, you gonna piece of bacons? Maggie, some bacon for you. Maggie's really picky. She gotta check it for temperature and everything else first. Now, won't take it from me. But if I set it down, she'll eat it eventually. What the hell is that? It's time for me to eat. I'm going to share out this stuff with the babies while I eat. I'm going to look around on the social medias for a bit before I decide to brave the elements again and make a fire or go for another walk. All right, I'll see you guys later. Come on, Maggie. I'm holding the phone during this section of clips because we decided to take a walk and do a live stream to show everyone the snow in real time. Come on, Maggie. They've been plowing this road here a little bit, but it looks like there's still about 2 inches on it. Issabelle just does not know how to act. And let me tell you, man, it is coming down. But Maggie looks like she's having a good time. Hey, we don't need to do a bunch of exploring. Issabelle. Oh, Maggie gotta get her pee on. I always encourage that. There you go. So we are at Rocky Gap State Park. It's near Flintstone, Maryland. This is what I came for, man. This is a good heavy snowfall. I wish I had a better camera. But man, so far so good. Like the tent and the awning room are working fine. A diesel heater been blasting on high since last night. It's doing fine. Batteries are doing fine. But I do have electric if I need to recharge, but I don't think I will. But Issabelle just, she's feeling her oats. Maggie, we're not going that way. Yeah, we're just going to do a little walk around this little loop. It might be 10 or 15 minutes. All right. I can always get another phone. It's pretty rare for me to get the opportunity for a snowstorm. Which is kind of funny now because it snowed twice at home the following week. I haven't built a snowman in almost 20 years. Oh, Maggie's getting covered in snow. Oh, she got it all in her muzzle. But she got 2 coats on. I just bought her a new coat. And by the time I decided to do this, I didn't have time to order Issabelle another coat. All right. It looks like I'm going to have to carry Maggie for a while anyway. Whoops. Maggie, we ain't got the best setup here today. Ooh, Issabelle dragging me around in circles. Yep, I should have bought the backpack. And I certainly had this walk poorly planned, but... Oh, there's some deer tracks. Well, maybe that's a rabbit. Issabelle. You know, I never thought the snow was this deep out here. I'm just in my sneakers, and I got a pair of big rubber boots in the van. Issabelle, you can't smell nothing through that snow. Yeah, and they've got some cool little cabins here. There's some of them are occupied. And the sights here are good too. I mean, you got plenty of room when you back into it. They got a big flat spot. Right there's one. And I wonder if that's a creek down there. I haven't really looked at any maps around here yet. Well, Maggie's hair is just getting pasted with snow. It's okay, girl. I'm taking you home. Issabelle's walking me in circles again. Oop. And then wants to switch sides back. Man, it is pounding the snow down right into my face. I'm going to try to cook a steak on the fire tonight. We'll see how that goes. This is definitely a heavy snowfall. I got so much shit on my glasses and on the screen of the phone, I can't tell what the camera's seeing. Oh, and Issabelle had to stop and pee. Look, Maggie, you're getting heavy now. I know I should have brought the backpack. But we've done this before and more snow than this, and well, that was 2 years ago, but Maggie had no problem with it. Yeah, but this is a beautiful snowfall. I guess before I can make a fire to get some coals, I'm going to have to shovel some snow. But anyway, this stuff's supposed to stop tonight. Okay, Maggie, we're close to the house now. I think you can do some walking. I'll break trail for you. We're almost home, Maggie. I can see the house. Maggie might be mad at me for a while. And look, there's home. There's home up there. Alright, this walk's about to come to an end. But I'm going to go get these babies dried off, come out and shovel some snow around the fire pit. I got to knock a bunch of the snow off the roof. Oh man, it's deeper over here when you get out of the road. Alright, I got stuff to do now. Let me take off your coat. There, now you can go in. Okay, so I was knocking the snow off the roof, and I didn't have this zipper all the way closed, and a ton of snow came in here. I'm getting ready to go out there and get it off better. I forgot my long handle brush, so it's going to be a process. Alright, so it's time to go move some snow. I got it piled all up around the sides where I knocked it off, and I got to get more off the roof. Look at that sag. I just made a critical mistake. I have these two totes that I keep my firewood in. This ARB awning room is doing pretty good in the snow. I'm pleased with it. It was a little expensive for my budget, but man, boy howdy, I couldn't do this without it. ARB awning room gets the thumbs up. I got some stills too. I hope I can get an awesome thumbnail out of one of these. You got one shot. Okay, so this is what I wanted. Actually, maybe a little more than I expected. I breathed in a snowflake. We're gonna go inside. I'm pasted. I cleaned up a little bit. The snow around the tent and off the roof, around the fire ring and the wood tubs. But I'm gonna go get cleaned up. I'm gonna have to find another outer garment now because this ain't gonna be dry in forever. And then I'm gonna get my fire ready. I'm gonna get my little pieces ready inside, then I'll come out and get my big pieces ready. Or I could get them ready right now, I guess, and then cover them up. It's an idea. All right, I'm gonna show you how I got my ARB awning room connected to the van. Oh, there's a pretty good winter storm going on out here. Woo! But what I have here, between the gap here, I have this huge 10 by 10 blanket just stuffed up in the gap, and I've got it connected with magnets all the way around. And then this isn't all the way unzipped, but I've got it tucked up underneath of the door. And it comes up in there, and I've got magnets holding it up in here. Magnets coming down this side. Now that's a pretty good seal there. I've got a little bit of gap here, there, but I throw a towel over this area. And I've got this big blanket stuffed in here, and I've got it clamped up so it don't fall out. The reason for this is that the awning is mounted about 6 inches above the height of the van door. And on top, between the van and the awning room, I got a tarp stretched over that gap there, and I've got it tied down on all 4 corners to keep the moisture from getting to that blanket there. But we're nice and toasty in here. This ARB awning room is the shit. I couldn't do this without it. At least not without that big dummy there. That little one there goes with me everywhere, but this requires a little extra space. Hey, look at me, Issabelle. They had a hard walk in the snow earlier. All right, so it's 3 o'clock, and if I want to get some coals to cook on by 5, I got some steaks I want to cook on the fire, but I got to get a fire before I can get some coals, so it's time to start getting stuff together. I have some little firewood, starting pieces, little pieces, bigger pieces, but I got a big piece of fat wood that I chose to get the nitty-gritty of the fire starting stuff. I found this. It's an old pine stump I found in the woods, and it should be pretty juicy inside. Let's go look. It's going to be my not wooden cutting board. Oh man, I can smell the fat wood in here already. Alright, it's probably not good enough light in here for you guys to see it very well. But I'm gonna get me something out of the middle of this to shave down, to get my pieces. But down here towards the root is the best stuff. So let me get some smaller pieces. Let me look over here. Let's get another sliver out. Okay, that's what we want. Now I want to split this in half. And I'll have juice around all the sides. There we are. Now I've got a mess to clean up down there. Ooh, I got my vacuum, I forgot. Alright, so this is the piece I'm going to use to shave. Firewood is messy. Let's see what we got going on outside real quick. We've already got snow packed up around the door. What's happening out there? Let's close that up. Alright. Alright. I want to get my shavings. Man, a big old long piece like this is great. I usually don't get them this long. I usually get most of mine out of pine knots. And let's get some over the other end. This looks like the really juicy end. Oh my God, this stuff is dope. The powerful smell coming off of it. I'm giving myself a little bit of extra stuff because it is snowing and everything is soaking wet. But I think I got enough of that stuff. Now it's time to get suited up and go get the outside fire ready. Then I'll come back in and get my little juicy stuff. But I'm gonna take y'all with me. First I gotta get suited up. Now Honda has a big storage tub under the car right here. I had to build a hatch for it after I built my floor, but you can see what the last thing I used was. But I got a rain poncho in here somewhere. Oh, and it's right on top. That's handy. I wish I didn't have to get into all this, but I'm glad it was short. Okay, let's get ready to go make a fire. Okay, I'm getting suited up to go back out there and build a fire. But something has changed outside. The sound has changed. Oh my God, I guess it picked up again. I was afraid it had turned to rain or ice or something. But, oh, Jesus, this is filled back in already. We've probably gotten 4 inches since I went out there and shoveled earlier, but I'm getting suited up. I guess I'm gonna have to move a little bit of snow again, and then I'm gonna build me a fire. I'll see you guys out there. Oh my God. I don't know if I need to build a fire or not. I definitely got to get this shit away from the house though. It snowed 4 inches since I was out here last, and that's only been a couple of hours. But the most important thing I gotta do is get it off the roof. I didn't know it was this bad. All right, I gotta drop the ceiling to get the snow off. Okay, this has rain and ice in it now. I gotta get something to stand on, I think. Yeah, this is going to turn to solid ice now. I ain't building a fire in this. I have bumped my head if I could go make that attempt. I might leave this side low to make it easier to get the snow off. I think that's what I want to do. I don't know what y'all can see out of camera, but my glasses are pasted. I'm going to have to break these dummies out to go to the bathroom pretty soon. There, all that is built up just in a couple minutes I've been out here cleaning off the roof. Or half the roof even. There's fall from there to there, then there's fall to here. I might go just a little bit lower yet. Alright, I'm gonna go let that stuff build up and we'll do it again. I'm gonna go check the weather too, see if we're in any chance of this ending soon. You know, it was nice while it was snow, but alright, that's gonna be my last venture out of here except for to remove snow and take these babies out to pee. Okay, the cloud has finally come for our silver lining. The snow has changed to rain and sleet and freezing rain, so everything's going to get a good coating of ice tonight before I get to pack it up. But we're all good in here. All right, so I've got some water on the boil for hot chocolate. Now I'm probably not going to have my steak, but I still want to have potatoes and fried onions. And I lost my cutting board for a second. Yeah, I lost my onion. Poor old snow has turned to rain, and it sounds like it's going to stop pretty soon. We were on the edge of it quite a while ago. But I may still build a fire if it stops raining, just to say I did it. I love the snow. The rain really is not my bag. I'm trying to dry clothes too. And I have got condensation built up there. But I shouldn't have no more major snow on the ceiling. I'll shake all that sleet off after a while. I love fried onions. I can make a meal just out of fried onions. I better check my water. Oh, I should not have used the side with the groove on it. What an idiot. Now I'm gonna cry. I ain't done that in a long time. Get these onions out of my face. Now I gotta peel me a tater without cutting myself. This knife I got is exceptionally sharp. It is a bark river. It's either a burden trout or a kitchen something. That water should be hot enough for chocolate now. Well, I don't hear nothing outside. Maybe it stopped. That would make Maggie very happy. Yes, I say your name. I gotta empty my cup out. Isssabelle, I'll let you out in just a minute. So, it's not raining, but it's really light mist out there. And I don't know if it's going to get cold tonight and freeze all that stuff, or if it's going to have a warm front coming now. Move back up here, Isssabelle. Hey, we got it. Hey, we got it. Hot, hot. Okay. I forgot I was filming. It. Let's slice up that potato. That chocolate's gonna be too hot to drink for a while. These slices to be no more than 1/4 of an inch thick or so. I hear the rain picking up again. I am going to have to take these girls out to pee. I think I want to get the oil a little bit hot right off so I can can get a crispy base there. Let's see if big dummies eat potatoes. I know the little one won't. Have it. She'll eat a French fry fast. I knew that was coming. All right. So I got my taters. Now I'll get my pan up here. I'm gonna fry this stuff in bacon grease because I forgot cooking oil. And I have an abundance of bacon grease. So, I'm gonna get that pan over here, get that stuff heating up. And you know what? What time is it? Let me look at the radar and I'll just see if I want to wait before I take them out. Man, we are just so right on the edge. Alright, I'm gonna wait a little longer, you babies. Man, this thing is pretty dry now. You know what? I'm gonna dress them up and take them out to pee now. Because if I do it after I start cooking, Issabelle gets excited when we get ready to go outside. All right, so I'm delaying cooking until after I take the dogs out to pee because that's an exciting moment. And I don't want my pan to get knocked off full of grease and food. And I'm holding off taking the dogs out to pee because we are right on the edge of the radar of any activity, but it's still raining. So I'm gonna hold off as long as I possibly can. Maggie, come on. It's time to go pee. It's the time of evening pee, and Issabelle wasted no time. Come on, Maggie, go pee. Maggie's a little more particular. She's looking for a spot where she peed before, and I don't think she's going to find it here. Issabelle's a little less, oh, don't start that stuff now, because it's getting close to bedtime. And it looks like it's still snowing a little bit. Oh, Maggie did her thing. She must be ready to go back in the house. Unless she wants to mark another spot. Maggie, do you want to go back in the house now? You want to go back in the house? All right, come on. I know you're having fun. I guess I'll give you a couple more minutes. Holy shit, it's deep down there. I don't know if y'all can see this. It's up to Issabelle's chest. Hey. You ready to go back in the house? All right. This was fun. I'll see you guys. Now I can cook my dinner. Oh, it's not too bad, just water. I'm gonna knock this ice off here before this stuff, oh, look out, Issabelle, squeezes into a giant chunk. Oh, it's gonna be a mess in the morning. All right, let's go make dinner. Okay, better late than never. Time to make my dinner. Everything I got is charging or filming, so I don't know what time it is, but it is 7:45. And I'm just now getting to my dinner for one circumstance and another. It quit raining. I guess you will have seen from the video previously, the dogs have finally been out to pee. I didn't want to have hot oil on the stove. When I take them out to pee, when they know they're going outside, it's like two 10-year-olds in here. Things get rambunctious, and I didn't want to have that going on while I got this hot oil on the stove, and it ain't exactly that stable. So, you know, I know what I'm doing is not exactly that safe to start with. But here we are. Salt and pepper. And they're out plowing the snow in the state park at 8 o'clock at night. God bless them. I'm backed in here pretty deep. I still have to shovel my way out, but I guess you'll see that later in the video. Or maybe it'll be in a short. Had a little walk in the snow live stream earlier. That was kind of chaotic. Trying to walk with Issabelle, man. She's untrained. She's enormous. But she got a lot of enthusiasm. But no manners, okay? You know, God bless her soul. I couldn't exactly say she wouldn't hurt a flea. She's a good girl. But she don't never get to go because of her size and training issues. But, man, it was time to get her out here. She never seen the snow before. I hope we get some snow at home this year. Crank it up a little bit, I think. That way, maybe with this El Nino, we'll get some. El Nino, baby. What's not to love? We're having a good old time today. Ain't we, girl? And she'll get a chance to play in the snow all she wants, and she can just run it in after the house all she wants. Issabelle's worried to death of what I'm going to have for dinner. Maggie's laying over here off camera. Anyway, my hands are really dry. They're really bad. Issabelle, you better keep your face away from there. That's hot. And I got cracks in the corners of a bunch of my fingernails. I should do this stuff more often, but I forget. I get busy. It's not in my routine. But maybe we could sit here and chat a while I cook my dinner. I'm gonna try to soften them up. Then I'm gonna glue up them cracks with some super glue. Because they've been bothering me for about 2 weeks. And I keep gluing them shut, but it doesn't last very long. I need something to drink. I have not been kind to myself today, but I need to charge up some lights. I guess when I get home now, I guess what I got here will last. Excuse me. Oh, I'm going to jostle you guys. I got to get my tater flipper. And you guys are in the way of the kitchen drawer. Good old Slim Jim to the rescue. Anyway, for me, this trip has been a huge success. The pack up tomorrow is going to be a bear, and then the cleanup at home. When I go to lay everything out to dry it out, I'm thinking I'm going to have to take the whole awning off the van because we're just supposed to have more miserable weather for a while. And I might have to take it off the van and take it in the house and unroll it. Alright, I'll give you guys a quick peek here while I got it open. Just a little bit of taters and onions. So this trip was a huge success. This ARB awning room has been amazing. I wish the rain or the snow hadn't turned to rain, but it did. I got me some nice hot chocolate here that I've been working on for a while. It's still warm. I made it before when I should have been cooking dinner, but was waiting on the rain. So I didn't get to cook my steak. I'll make them on the grill at home, and I'll share them with the babies. And I can make a meal out of fried onions. And I got some bananas and oranges and stuff like that. And I got a ton of garbage with me this weekend too, but I didn't partake of much of it. I've stayed busy between playing with the dogs and walking around and moving the snow, feeding us. Yeah, this lid does not fit that pan great. I should have went for the 12-inch pan. But as it is, I can't wait to get home. This has been fun, but it's been a challenge. Like, you know, I learned some things about sleeping in this airbed in cold weather. A lot of cold still tries to come up through the bed. And so what I think I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to take the van bed out of here and lay it up over here, because that's the coldest thing. It's by the wall. So I'll stay over here. And all the stuff I had underneath of me in them last night, I'm going to put it all over on this side to keep Issabelle warm from up underneath, and Maggie, she'll be curled up under that sleeping blanket with me. But so I won't need the underneath insulation, and I can give it all to her. But that's going to be a whole ordeal too. Be a little bit late getting bed, but I don't plan on getting up too early. I don't know what time I got to be out of here. I'll look at that, but I might not make it. Well, as you might be able to hear, it's raining again, but my dinner finally got done. And I'm half tempted. I ain't gonna cook one of them steaks, but I'm tempted to cook a hot dog or two. Tempted now. I ain't gonna do it because I want to go to bed. You know, I go to bed with rain sounds every night, and I have for a couple of years now. It would be kind of cool to go to bed to the sound of real rain one time. Rain on a tent, you ain't got to look it up on YouTube. I got it in person tonight. But really, I hope it stops. I need shit to dry out. But you know what? I think I'm going to put a little more salt on them. I'm going vegan tonight. I might have some cheese. I got a orange I'm working on. You know what? And I got a big jug of Simply Orange juice in the damn refrigerator, and I ain't even cracked it open. We're watching the Twin Towers. I'm gonna finish watching that, eat my dinner, and I'll see you when I'm making bed. Pony appetite to me. Okay, so that looks cozy and all right. And I'm getting ready to bust up their cozy little game. I'm gonna try something different with the bed. Maggie, you hang tight there for a second. You babies come over here into the van for a second while I fix this. Issabelle, come on. Hey, come on. Into the van. Not to eat. She don't like the heater bed. Maggie, it's your turn. You gotta get up. Come on. Get up. Up down. Look at this. Phew. This is my dad's old sleeping bag from probably, Jesus, 1972. It's heavy as shit, but like it keeps you warm. So, but I just got it zipped at the bottom corner and I tucked my feet off in that corner. Then I spread the blanket out every which way. So everything that was over there, I'm going to double up here now for insulation from the cold bed. Big old sheets here too. All right, Maggie, you can come in here. Come on. We can actually take your coat off now. Let me ruffle your furs up. Get in there and I'll cover you up. Coach over there. Issabelle, okay, come on. We need a drink of water. Hey, you need a drink of water? What's the temperature in Flintstone, Maryland? It says it's still 30 degrees out. These babies are ready for bed. I'm getting ready to take my pills. And we'll crawl in there with them. And we're gonna watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I'm still a damn kid. Say goodnight, you babies. Lazy dogs. All right, I'll catch y'all in the morning. Good night. All right. We done had ourselves a bunch of wake up kissing. Well, somebody's not done, but I'm gonna make some coffee and take these babies for a little walk. Now I'm gonna make breakfast and then it's time to pack the hell up. All right, Issabelle. All right, I will see you guys later. All right, so I said yesterday we got about 6 inches of snow, but I think it's closer to 8. After shoveling out, I'm going to say closer to 10. Got a lot of shoveling to do so I can get the van out. Maggie couldn't be bothered to walk this morning, so she's getting the Royale treatment. Issabelle, come on, we're going back to the house. But the park did pretty good with keeping the snow. I'm getting ready to start moving some snow and packing up. The first thing I'm going to do is clean off the firewood and pack it away. Damn shame I didn't get to burn none of it. But I'm going to move the snow first. You have to come outside. smell the onions. Are you okay in there? Issabelle, you want to go back in the house? Maggie's out there tootling around getting her morning pee on. Issabelle's out here just because she got to be wherever I am, but I got snow to shovel, man. This shit is deep. But sooner begun, sooner done. Fantastic. Oh, you don't have to do that.
Oh, I don't mind at all. I enjoy shoveling, and I ended up getting this kind of taped on the sides.
I like shoveling snow too.
I like to think of it as a workout.
Maggie is completely inconsolable. She's inside the tent and can't see who this strange person is and approve their presence. I talked to you on the phone a couple times.
Actually, yes. I've been the only one here this weekend, so most likely, other than the maintenance guys.
I guess you got him in next door.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. And then it turned to rain.
And then it did turn to rain.
You know.
I know. It turned to sleet and it came down so hard.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
And then
We'll have a safe trip back.
All
Do you
right,
think this is enough space for you to get out?
yeah, I'm gonna widen this corner out a little bit here. She wants to know what the hell's going on in there, but she's just a little bitty thing and she does not like the cold and snow.
Oh no.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a safe trip.
You too, thank you. Maggie! It's okay. Oh, Maggie, will you stop? Okay, so we got a way out. Now it's time to go start packing up the stuff inside, but I think I'm gonna have a little rest before that. I don't know what the actual true total was, but it was a lot of damn snow for us. All right. Well, I'm shoveled out. Had some help from a pretty little park ranger come and help me get out the hard stuff when I was almost done. Now I got a ton of stuff to pack up on the inside. And that mess. Okay, so the shoveling's done. I got a lot of mess to clean up in here. These guys have had their romp outside and inside. Now they think it's nap time. But, man, I got a lot of stuff to pack away. Not including all of this. So, I'm gonna start just shoving everything in there and get out of here. And I'm gonna have to go find some real food because I was too lazy to cook this morning. Should I film it? I don't know. All right, I think I got the diesel heater going on low, but I'm gonna unhook this hose and just let it heat up into here now. It's hot. And I'm collapsing this thing all back up for future use. Ouch. Ooh. We'll do the other end first. But yeah, you know, if you want to run a diesel heater somewhere and you don't got that factory paper hose, this is the stuff you need. It stretches out long. There's no plastic in it at all, so it doesn't ever get that weird, funky plastic smell. And I don't want to put nothing heavy up high to where it can become a projectile. Ooh, you know what? I have to save this space for the bed. Gotta put this back on there now. BB-8's rolling around here like a chicken with his head cut off. Hang out there for a minute. I'm getting ready to disturb you guys because I need that part of bed. Okay, so let's get this out of the way before we do anything else. To take my morning pills. You know, and I don't know if this is the kind of stuff you guys want to see. Alright. Whoops. This goes in here. This has to go close to up front. We never got cold this weekend, but it never really did get cold this weekend, I guess. Up here. This can go back here. This way. I gotta strap this thing in because if I don't, when I hit the brakes, it falls over. I just gotta take the reach here and see where it normally goes. Okay, well, I'm gonna put some more shit in front of it then. And everything comes in a damn bag. All right, sweethearts, I'm getting ready to be highly disturberous. All right, you babies. Come on, getty up. I gotta move this. I'm moving that too, Maggie. Look, Maggie, come here. Come right here for just a second. That's your spot, good girl. All right, now you can have that spot back. Now I go home, I get to put it all away, gotta stretch this out in the house somewhere, let it dry. I gotta put the van back together, put the van bed back in. But I might hold off on that in case we get any more storms. I don't know, for one nighter, I might try sleeping Issabelle in the van. That's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to take the elevated bed out and put a bigger bed in. Right, Issabelle, come on out of there. You're in the way. Come on. Get up. Go. All right, Maggie, I'm taking away all the warm and fuzzies. Pretty soon you ain't gonna have no place left to be but on the front seat or in the van. I'm gonna leave that bed open in the back because Issabelle likes to transfer back and forth when we're on the road. Here, Maggie, you come get on this sleeping bag. I'll save that for last. Yeah, so I carry a lot of these little blankets and these two sheets. They're heavy flannel sheets. They stay in the car all the time in case of emergency. Man, I got a lot of laundry to do. I gotta have two cheese and rice. I never did even have time to play with my Rubik's Cubes this weekend. I'm gonna put one of these sodas in here. And one up here for the ride home too. I got this in case I had any traction issues, and also got some traction mats up in the rooftop box. And I have to move these seats back. Pretty good. This mounts to the dash because it is my navigational device. Battery on the GoPro just died, but would like to have one that takes Type-C and has a good camera. My first time out on a big trip, I used this as a camera, and I found out my old iPhone 7 had a better camera than this thing did. It just dried out pretty good now. I feel better about rolling it up. Now at this point I'm tossing it in. I'll sort it out when I get ready. And this normally goes in the rooftop box. I'll put that in later too. I can't see the bottom of the diesel heater tank where it's mounted, but I'll stick something in there and see how much is left in there, but it's got to be low. Anybody want a drink of this water, Maggie? You ain't had no waters yet this morning. You getting ready to toss it? I know Issabelle would have a drink. There you go, girl. Slide this between the two halves of the bed. We're getting close now, babies. And I don't know what it is with the companies who make outdoor gear, but the bags are always small for whatever you're trying to dump into it. Okay, I got 2 bags left. One for the bed, one for the awning room. I had a really good time. One of the best trips ever. It was not without its challenges. Issabelle adds a lot of challenge to a winter camping trip. The way I do it anyway. I'm gonna pack the rest of this down, and I might get back to you guys on the way out of here. All right, so I've got the tarp all untied. I've got my stakes pulled up. I guess, anyway, I'm gonna time lapse all this. All right, so we're all packed up but the snowblower there. I'll let these babies have one more chance at a pee before we go. The pack down wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been. There could have been a lot more ice and moisture, but it stopped last night. The wind is blowing a little bit and temperatures come up, so things have melted and dried. Okay, let's see what this thing does. There was a guy in this little cabin next to me. He had locked himself out of his cabin, locked his keys in and his phone in, and came over to where I was at. And I had to call the ranger to come let him in, but this morning he didn't even try digging out. He just powered out with his little car. He got stuck for a while, but he got out. He wasn't that far in there either. Where did I put my coffee at before I get too far gone? Ooh. Yep, this place is a jewel for a little snow camp. It's west enough and high enough in elevation that when we get rain at home, they get snowed here all the time. Well, Issabelle, it was your first trip. How did you like it, girl? I know you had fun. Your first time in the snow, too. Yeah, let me roll the windows down so these babies can stick their heads out. Yeah, and I had a lot of moisture inside of here. Never had that much moisture. Anyway, I've never camped in such wet conditions. I've had one snow camp, never really camped in much rain. I realized later that I forgot to crack the front windows and I forgot to turn on the exhaust fan. Take good care of the roads, but we're going to scoot over here. Bill, you better get all you can get. I'm getting ready to roll that window up. That scene up on that big hill up there, that's pretty. Just a big open field and hills, and you can see all up in the trees with the snow. I'm going to pay attention to what I'm doing the rest of the way home. I got about a 3-hour drive. Thanks for coming to the channel, watching the This is our electric system over here. These are our batteries. And this is my Chinese diesel heater. Keeps us nice and toasty. There were also a lot of questions about the awning and awning room. You can get most of your questions answered on this playlist about the van. We started out with a mattress on the floor, and you can see how we progressed in this playlist about just my minivan camping adventures. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss the next adventure.